Taurus. So this is your story. I've been sitting here with the cards and the energies to get the story, more or less, and let's see what else comes out as we go along. So we start here with the Eternal Child card. From the archetype deck. It feels to me like there's something within you that just wants to come out. Something about your soul, something that brings you complete joy, something a part of you that's very innocent and creative and joyful. And it just wants to come out and you feel it. So this is something that you already know, you feel it. You've already been dealing with this within yourself. And let's say it didn't just show up little by little. This passion is something inside of you. It came out unexpectedly and suddenly, and it hit you like a ton of bricks. If you can hear that, those are my cats playing around. This little part of you that wants to be expressed, that wants to be seen, that wants to come out and play, it didn't just slowly show itself. It hit you like a ton of bricks. It's almost like from one day to the next, you just knew. Something inside you can't remain silent about it. And you can't keep ignoring it in a way. It's now too obvious within you that it wants to come out. Although you are stuffing it down, I can see here that you are stuffing it down. Perhaps because you might have a fear that to follow that impulse, to follow that joy, to follow that little piece of your soul that wants to be expressed. Do you feel like perhaps you'll have to give up something else? Maybe some time with your loved ones, or you might have to give up a loved one or something that you just feel like if you do let out this part of you and express it and let it come out into the world, you feel like you might have to sacrifice another part of you. But this card here is saying, no, there is a way. There was a way to make it all work out. There's always a way. Especially if it's from the purest part of your soul. There will be a way that it would all work out. And so now you're sort of thinking how to bring it, how to make it manifest into the world, how to make whatever this creativity, this joyful little thing that just came out of you, work within the reality, within the world that you are currently in. How do you marry both without having to cut something completely off, without having to change your entire life around? How do you make that a reality? The advice here is the squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. And so what this card is telling me today about this is really dig deep. Dig deep. Really, the deeper you dig into this, the easier it will be for you to see that answer, because the more you believe in yourself, the more you see the value in you, and whatever wants to come out, whatever wants to be expressed is so powerful and so nourishing, not only to you but to the world, that the more you dig into that thing and the more you experience that thing, the more you'll start believing that you can make it all work out. This is the reason why I say you're stuffing it down and it's becoming heavy. It's becoming very heavy on you. I feel like this idea that you have to compromise or give up something entirely of yourself or of your life to make this happen. And it's almost like it's too heavy for you. You can't move it. But this is also telling me that this has been something that you've been working on for a long time, as in lifetimes, to be able to express yourself this way, to be able to let it out. It wasn't just, it's not just something that you're working on now, it's over many, many lifetimes. You've experienced this, and that's why it feels so heavy now. It's because this is the time for you to finally reach that level of expression. And the reason, and here right above the stone card is the elephant spirit. Excuse me. It says learn from the past. And that's another reason why I say that, learn from the past, is so this eternal child piece of your soul, it knows it's been through this before, and it's almost like tired. It wants to be reborn. I don't know why I was going to say that. It just wants to be done. This very much feels like oppression. Like, so for example, let's say that you've been a woman lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. That's all you incarnated as. That amount of oppression over lifetimes is now, is running too heavy for you now. It's way too much. And this is the lifetime where you're not taking that anymore, and you're coming out and you're doing whatever it is that you want. And that's why it says learn from the past. All of that oppression is now going to just want to come out and be expressed. And the reason why I say that also, it's because the next card is the Queen, and the next card is the Lovers after that. And so the Queen energy is very, the shadow side of the Queen, excuse me, is manipulative and conniving. I love using that word, conniving. It's very, you see there's a serpent there, and I just had a dream about a serpent last night. Usually, and not usually, it's always a good sign, but so the shadow part of the snake is the bite, the forbidden fruit, the desire. It's almost like this oppression is strangling you. You see the way that it's wrapped around the woman's hand. But the light side of the Queen is the power in you, the feminine side of you that is able to make the right decision for the greater good and be nourishing, not just to herself, but to the world. So whatever this piece of your soul that wants to be expressed, that's just ready to burst out, it's for the greater good. It's for an entire, for example, the Queen, it's an entire kingdom. So it could be your entire household that's going to benefit from this, but it's being very much oppressed at the moment. But whatever it is, so the next card out is Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. It's beautiful, purple. Purple, violet. And so whatever's been marinating in your head, oh, I never noticed that before. There's a tiny little crown on the spider. You can see it better this way. Never noticed that before. Ah, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can, yeah, there it is. Come on, there it is. You see that tiny little crown? Right. There's a crown on the spider. I never noticed that before. That's fun. Can you refocus? Thank you. And this has been in your mind. I mean, clearly you've been thinking if there's a way for you to bring it out and make it work, and so you've very much been dreaming up this possibility. But right now it's still stuck in your head. It's just stuck in dream form. I don't see that you've taken any action in here. And perhaps it's because this oppression, or this person that you need to cut off, or the person that this might affect in your mind, your belief, is a love situation. With a partner of yours. Perhaps this is what you are trying to bridge, is the fact that you want to express yourself and you want to make it work within your partnership. If you can hear that, he's very social. One of my cats. So you're thinking, there you go. You're thinking this is what it might affect. This is perhaps what you may lose or might have to give up. There he is. She's the one. Hi. So the next card here, hey, is telling you to take a higher perspective. Take a higher perspective on this situation. And more so, look for the greater good in this situation. So, like I said here, this part of you will be good for an entire kingdom, not just for you. So look at that bigger picture. Maybe you can't see it right now because you're still in the mode of you think you're gonna have to lose something or sacrifice something or change a dynamic entirely within your relationship. But the eagle spirit is here to tell you, look higher. And so this is, the next card is that those ideas, those dreams that you're having, and by dreams I mean that want to come out, to let it come out and express itself. I just noticed this. Hi, baby. There's 2 36s. Maybe this means something to you. 36, 36. Oh, you can't. I don't want to touch the focus because, okay. The koi fish, there's always enough, in middle world, is also a 36 card. The middle world is your physical reality. So you think you're going to have to change your entire physical reality, or this idea could change your physical reality entirely. These ideas that you bring to life, or this part of you that you bring to the forefront and use it in your everyday life. If 36 means something personal to you guys, run for it. But 36 also amounts to a 9, and that's usually completion. The end is near. The end of a cycle is very, very near. And like I said, it feels like you've been working on this for lifetimes, not just this one. And so the interesting part that comes out next is, hi. No, I don't want you on the table. No. Is the upper world. And so the upper world, hi. And usually I look at this color and it reminds me of coldness. Hi, no, I'm sorry, I don't want you on the table. Go down. I got cat hair everywhere now. Excuse me. Usually it reminds me of ice and coldness, but in this card specifically, it actually feels warm right now, and it's inviting, and it's almost like your guides or your higher self and your better judgment is calling out to you, and it's asking you to, if you have a spiritual practice or if you, whatever you believe in, it's asking you to contact whatever it is that you believe in. If you believe you have guides or angels, or if you're religious and you just talk to God, or if your higher self, whatever you believe in, it's asking you go within and ask. This also came out in the right above the eagle. I'm gonna put it like this. Right below, sorry, the eagle came out right above the upper world, which is also, you know, the higher view, the intelligence. So perhaps look for your higher intelligence, like I said, your higher self, to help you with the situation. And then you will, the last card here, hello, last card here is many paths. So maybe that's why you feel stuck, is because you can't, maybe that's why I said it in the beginning. You feel stuck, you feel this is heavy and you don't see how to make it work. You think you're going to have to give up, but there's many options here that perhaps you're not seeing. That's why they're telling you to look at a higher view or contact your higher intelligence. Is because there are many, many paths that you can take, not just one or the other. or even 3 options. There are many more than 3 options. And the final card we have here for the area is the womb. So definitely the obvious expression is you're giving birth to something, to you, to this part of you, to a new project, to a new creative opportunity, to... When this comes out for me, I always feel like, oh, it's a new you, it's a new part of you. That again, you've been working on for a long time. You don't just pop out of the womb from one day to the next. Well, you do. I mean, lifetime after lifetime, you know, the womb is 9 months, perhaps 9 lifetimes, or 9 different chances to come out of this. And this is the one where something really, really wants to come out and be born, this aspect of you. Wants to be integrated into your life. It doesn't say anything here about having to cut something off. It says everything about there's a way to make it work. There's many different opportunities. There's always there's always a way. There's always a way to make this happen. And for you, it's going to be at different timelines, of course. Some of you using the womb, using the pregnancy metaphor. That's not the word I'm looking for. Using pregnancy, some of you might be on your 3rd month, some of you on 6 months, some of you on your 8th month. So however long it takes you, but this needs to be born absolutely in this lifetime. So this is the message I have for you. I hope it helps. And I will see you next time.